Hey everyone, I have a Lian Li PC-Q08 mini ITX DTX case here. I'm going to be pairing this up with a Zotac NM10 D510 Atom processor motherboard. It's going to be used for a Windows home server, as that motherboard on its own is not really good for HDPC or anything like that, because you would need a separate graphics card. So it's the perfect thing for a Windows home server build. This case is made completely from aluminium. It's quite a small size considering what it has inside. Once I've opened that up, you'll see it's got 6 hard drive bay slots, one 2.5 inch drive slot, and a 5.25 inch CD-ROM drive. Flip around the back here. Takes a full size ATX PSU using this little mount here. 2 slots here and the I/O. And there's no grills on this side. If you have a look at the feet. Fairly high quality feet, rubber at the bottom. And you've got 2 very big vents at the bottom. And there's also a 12cm fan at the top. And the front fan is a 140mm, which has a LED on, which I might have to do something about later on. These are USB 3 ports, but you can use a USB 2 converter for them. I believe the power and reset light maybe light up, which is again going to be annoying. Okay, let's open this up. Okay, we have both sides open now. There's 6 screws holding in both sides, so it's a bit fiddly to get off. Okay, let's have a look in here. Quite a lot of thumb screws in here, and an extra blanking plate with a little hole, I think, to pass some cables through. I'm not sure what this cable's for, but it looks like USB. Oh, this is for the because the front ports are USB 3, you need these USB 2 to USB 3 type connectors, something like that. And this support here is used if you remove the bottom 2 hard drive bays for a larger graphics card. It fits under there to support the hard drive cage. Now this cage comes off. You've got 4 hard drive bay slots here, and each hard drive is has 4 grommets to reduce the vibrations. Another 2 down there. If I turn this around slightly, just here you can mount a 2.5 inch drive. I'm going to be putting in a Western Digital Scorpio in here as my primary drive, because it's only a Windows home server. I don't need that much performance. As you can see, quite a fairly big 14cm fan here. It's got a filter at the front. If you have a look at the other side, here you have all the light, power switches and lights. Some fairly long cables for the USB 3 connectors, HD audio, and the fan connectors. It's got a removable Molex connector. and it's the same for the 12 centimeter one. Okay, this is the Zotac NM10-B-E, I think. I can't remember now. Yeah, Zotac NM10-B-E motherboard. It's an Atom D510 processor. It's got 2 cores on there at 1.66 GHz, I think. I can't remember now. But it's hyper-threading, so it appears as 4 cores. It's got HDMI out, but it's pretty much useless because its maximum is 720p. 6 USB ports, another 4 on the motherboard. It's got a SATA port, which I didn't realise it had. Because if you look here, you've got 6 SATA ports, which is brilliant for a home server build, because you're going to have lots of hard drives in there. The only catch is, the first 2 are recognised by Windows Home Server, the other 4 are not. So you're going to have to add an additional driver when you're building. It's got full 16x PCI Express, and it's also got a 1x PCI Express slot there. So you could use it as home theatre if you put a extra graphics card in there. I think this draws something like maximum 30 watts of a single hard drive on full load, which is very low power. Takes standard DDR RAM, by the way, maximum 4 GB, which is the limitation of the chipset NM10. Other than that, this is a very small DTX motherboard. It's DTX because it's, I think, longer by about 3 centimeters than a ITX motherboard, but that gives you the extra SATA ports as a result. It also had a mini Wi-Fi BGN card on there. I've removed it because I have no need for it. Okay, right, let's start putting all the bits in. Just quickly show you the motherboard tray. So this was on this side here, and if you have a look here, you can actually quite easily fit the motherboard. Somewhere along here. Yeah, that way. Okay, right, let's put this all together. Okay, I've put the motherboard on. It was quite fiddly getting all the cables through all the right gaps, because you can't really do much cable management in this tiny case. I've done the best I could. With the USB 3 ports, I obviously had to then attach the USB 2 connector for the motherboard interface, which I've had to run through here. It comes out here. I've also put a fan controller here. It's a little touch control one, which you'll see later. I've put 2 hard drives in there for now. There's going to be a third one at the bottom here. I've noticed there with the hard drives, in order to install them, you have to actually take the whole cage out. And I've also noticed another problem. Don't know if you can see that here. I've had to put pieces of cardboard there, because there's actually gaps between the cage, which would mean it would vibrate, so I have to fill the gaps. All the cables are actually really long, so I will have to cable tie them. There's a few more sensor cables which I'll tidy up after everything's gone in. So I'm just going to put this together again. I've also had to remove the CD-ROM drive cover, because with the fan controller it's not compatible. I'm not sure how you put it back together again, because one of the spring has come off, but I'm not sure how to put it back together now. Never mind. Let's quickly show you these. These are the thumb screws that are for the hard drive. Okay, this is the motherboard now fitted back on. Might need to sort something out of these cables here for the power switches and lights. Okay, as you can see, there's actually another piece of cardboard here, because there's also a massive gap here. So there's 3 pieces of cardboard, about 1mm thick, so it's 3mm gap here. I'll put that in there to stop the vibrations. If I just turn this around, there's the touch screen fan controller. It's not that bright, so it's quite dim actually, so it's quite good. Okay, I'm going to now connect up the hard drives and put the power supply in. Well, this is it, finally. The power supply takes up a lot of space. I haven't used this SFX power supply micro ATX purely because of the amount of hard drives I'm going to have in here. This is a Corsair 400, I think it's a CX, I can't remember, doesn't say on there. It says CMPSU, 400 CX. It's got 6 SATA connectors on there, so I need those. But it is only 14 centimeters long compared to some of the others, so all the cables that come out do actually touch the hard drive cage, but it's not that bad. And the fact that you got thumb screws for the power supply does mean it's quite easy to just pop it out a bit and then attach the cables. But as you can see, this is not modular, so there's a lot of cables just sitting here which I can't really hide, but I don't think it's restricting the airflow, because between the power supply and the motherboard there's a good 10 centimeters of space, so that's good. You can also mount the power supply with the fan facing this way, but I didn't want to do that because I want to draw hot air away from the motherboard heatsink and out. Plus, where I'm going to be putting this is going to be up against the wall, blocking the vents anyway. So this is it. Just need to turn it on and see how it goes. All the temperatures look good. Okay, so if you want to, if you're looking for a Windows Home Server case and a motherboard, I would recommend this one because of the 6 SATA ports and this case to hold 6 hard drives. So it's a very good Windows Home Server PC.